Returning to my Coin Lady channel, I am pleased to see you again. There's some good news. Here, you will find both good and negative news. I won't spend too much time covering the news today, as is my wont, but there are two topics that I feel like you should hear about that nobody else is. They want to have a very optimistic stance on XRP this year. As of this very moment, a market that has fallen 2.9%, although XRP is still up around fivefold since November. During that enormous run, it is down 2.9% today, but quite resilient currently, and I know a lot of people are becoming irritated about it. Whether or if you are interested in purchasing at these ranges, we mentioned them yesterday as potential buy targets. Personally, I don't see us going below $2.25 right now, so I'm holding off on making a decision. I have some bullish things to say to you on what's happening in the world right now. We embarked on a big rise from early November, when we were sitting at 54 cents, but we must comprehend. So, even though the entire market is in the red at the moment, XRP is still doing well, and we are receiving positive news. As a commodity-based trust, MX Exchange has applied to list 21 shares of XRP ETF. Many people wonder why XRP exchange-traded funds are necessary and useful whenever we bring them up in conversation. Reasons abound, actually. We discuss the possibility of smart money, or institutional investors, purchasing XRP ETFs, as this is their usual investment strategy. On the other hand, XRP tokens will have to be purchased off of exchanges, which is good news for the demand for XRP tokens. Now these files represent the most recent attempt by a US exchange to offer exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that hold spot XRP, the native token for Ripple's, XRPL. It seems like a floodgate is opening up right now, and I'd be surprised if BlackRock didn't file one soon. I have no idea when it will happen. They appear to be patiently waiting for the market to improve a bit before acting. A grayish image emerged. 21 shares were recently released here. However, the largest one is BlackRock. Now that we've established that there will be trades, the next key thing is for everyone to comprehend. Just one Bitcoin was sent here today, as FTX's first test transaction, and repayments do begin today. The Bitcoin market will receive $16 billion. Crypto Rover is released by those that are bullish on Bitcoin and all cryptocurrency. Despite my want to claim otherwise, I do not necessarily think the market is going to erupt on that. Is it possible that it may be bullish? A lot of selling pressure is currently present in the market, though, so it's not all bad. Macros, upon which most of this is dependent, have the potential to rapidly advance. But before we go into it, I want to have a conversation with you about that. In a major shift for the cryptocurrency market, the RLUSD token is experiencing explosive growth, which is fantastic news for the ecosystem. A total of 120 million RLUSD tokens have been issued since the coin's inception 2 months ago. This is an impressive feat. You can now buy and sell it on the Ethereum and XRPL exchanges. While this may not compare to the current state of some of the most prominent species, the overall growth is beneficial to the ecology. Now SWIFT is back online in Russia. Can we still do anything? Just to touch on the subject, what I really want to talk about is their dollarization plan. The two main members of the SWIFT group, Russia and India, seem to have abandoned the US dollar during this administration, which raises the possibility of its readmission to the Russian market. You guys need to see this video, because I'm about to say some really bullish things. Yesterday, I recorded a video, the third of which I had to remove. Furthermore, it's not good for YouTube, the algorithm doesn't work, and demonetization is the result. So there are some things you just can't say on YouTube. But it appears that Russia's goal under the current government is to abandon the US currency. Things are evolving in the United States. This is evident in their desire to promote stable coins. We are aware of this, and I have often stated that, when implemented properly, stable coins will bolster the US dollar. This bill is the first of its kind to be drafted and is expected to be introduced soon. The result is a hardening of ties with other nations. The results are emerging. The current peace talks between Russia and the United States about the conflict in Ukraine are fantastic news for markets everywhere, including the cryptocurrency and stock markets. The markets are utterly smitten with reliability. Fear is what the markets are currently experiencing, and although war may appear to have no bearing on cryptocurrency, it is important to remember that markets hate fear, and that any negative news from the macro side will impact the markets. Is there anything that many people are ignoring right now? A few weeks ago, we heard Stuart Alderati, Ripple's chief legal officer, I made a movie on him, say that he expects the company to drop all charges against SEC and Ripple this year. Even though it didn't seem like much to most people, we should pay attention to his words, as he is the one who is closest to the situation. The Ripple and SEC lawsuit, he says, is currently just noise, but once we bring in Paul Atkins and things get rolling, he thinks we'll see the case dropped entirely. What exactly does that imply? Of course, we've discussed the impending regulations and the interest from large institutions that will result from them. This is because the market is now regulated and safer than it was before. On the other hand, there is a lot of new XRP investment right now, and the retail crowd is afraid of missing out. Some investors have been afraid and gotten out of the market due to the recent downturn. They are impatient and don't see investing as a lengthy game. Now that the SEC lawsuit is over, the retail industry, which was frightened by the very mention of the acronym SEC, is suffering from fear of missing out, FOMO. I have spoken to relatives about this, and many individuals feel the same way when they hear that Ripple. Retailers are also scared off by Ripple's situation with the SEC. So, it's not limited to institutions, retail is also a target. What we want to see now is institutional funding, large-scale funding. My main argument is that when the SEC Ripple case is resolved, all concerns will actually subside. A deluge occurs at that point. It will happen this year, according to Stuart Alderati. Your attention in seeing my video is greatly appreciated. When you're done, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think.